You know, Jimmy Aleck is a very funny comedian. I've watched him work. It makes me laugh. And since he's the host of Keep On Cruising, and the show we're doing now is a make-believe USO show, and we're putting on this thing here, he felt it was his duty to do a little stand-up for the boys and the women. So here he is performing for military men and women everywhere. A funny man, make them laugh. My friend, Jimmy Aleck. Jam, Jimmy. Jimmy Aleck.
Thank you, Sinbad. Thank you. Thank you. You know, I do a lot of these benefit shows, you know, and I did one recently for a senior citizens home. And it was incredible. After my show, this 80-year-old woman walked up to me, and she had no teeth at all, and I feel if you have no teeth, you should wear teeth. I feel that. If you people at home have no teeth, please, put your teeth in before you talk. It's just something I feel. So she got to me, she goes, you know, I love show business. Could I talk to you about show business? Actually, she said, I love show business. Can I talk to you about show business? I said, sure. So I went to a room. We're talking about show business. It was really wonderful. She knew Bob Hope and Bing Crosby and Laurel and Hardy. She knew all these great comedians. So I'm talking to her, and I'm getting kind of hungry. She goes, well, are you hungry? She said, would you like some peanuts my daughter gave me? And I'm thinking, well, what kind of weird daughter would give her mother with no teeth peanuts? Right away, I'm thinking this, you know? So I'm eating the peanuts. You know how you get addicted to peanuts? And I ate all the peanuts. I felt terrible. I finished the whole can of peanuts, and I apologized to her. I said, ma'am, I feel terrible. I ate all your peanuts. What can I do? I feel terrible. She goes, oh, that's okay. I sucked all the chocolate off them anyway. It's kind of a... It's a joke. It's a joke. Oh, you're going, oh, but tomorrow you'll be telling that joke to your friends while they're eating peanuts. I know you guys. But it's funny, you know what's great about it? We have an old bombed-out building over there, and it kind of reminded me when I was in school. We used to have air raid drills. You ever have an air raid drill? Stupidest thing I ever learned in school was an air raid drill. We were taught, in case of a nuclear attack, immediately hide under your desk. I didn't really think plywood could protect you from radiation, did you? I mean, how come the U.S. government doesn't know about this defense system? I mean, why are we building weapons in space? Why aren't we just building big, giant plywood school desks over our cities? It certainly solve the problem, huh? But, you know, and terrorism today, too, is ridiculous. And terrorists are stupid. You know what bothers me about terrorists? They do negative things. They want public support. Don't you think if they want public support, they should go out and do something positive? If they're going to blow something up, why don't they go blow up the Visa Computer Center? That way, next month, next month you get a letter from Visa. Dear Jimmy, what do you owe us? They'd be going, oh, well, I think I overpaid you last month, as a matter of fact. I think you guys owe me some money. And I'm afraid to fly today because airlines are lying to us. Telling us things like, safer to fly than to drive. Oh, yeah, much safer to fly than to drive. You buy this? Oh, no. Because I always look at it this way. My car engine stalls, I don't seem to be falling 40,000 feet, okay? It's a big difference. Airlines, though, have come up with the greatest invention of all time, the black box. You know what that is? That's where they put the flight recorder. And have you ever noticed whenever there's an accident, they always recover the black box? You cannot destroy this thing, the black box. Well, what I want to know is, what is the black box made from? And why don't they make planes out of the same material? Sure, because I'll tell you, whenever they ask me where I want to sit, I'm telling them, in the black box. You take out that recorder, I'll go with a notebook, write down what the pilot says. I'm looking for a safe seat here. And never eat on airlines. Oh, no, no, no. My advice, if you don't recognize it, don't eat it. I always find my advice to people about eating food is eat food that sounds appetizing. Like junk food sounds good for you, doesn't it? Doesn't it sound appetizing? Like what kind of food you got? You got Twinkies and Snickers and Ho-Hos, you know, it sounds good for you. Have you ever eaten health food? They give it names like wheat germ. Ooh, would you eat wheat? I mean, call it wheat ding-dongs. I might try that, but wheat germ it's like tongue. You ever have tongue? Ooh. You know, it's actually cow's tongue. You know, it never really dawned on me that tongue would be tongue. I mean, you order a chocolate mousse, you don't get a big hairy thing with hot fudge, do you? Because I could never eat tongue with a clear conscience. I always be thinking of that poor little cow kind of, moo, 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 moo. You know, it's the worst food, though, I've ever heard anyone eat? Calves' brains. Ugh. Because if I'm not eating tongue, you can pretty well bet on it, I won't be eating calves' brains. I mean, You imagine the nightmare you'd have with the poor little calf roaming around? Oh, the poor little calf be out there, you know, doop-de-doop-de-doo. Well, moo-moo, yep. Might as well take my tongue. I can't think of anything to say. It's kind of a... Hey, you've been wonderful. Good night. Thank you very much. More show. We've got more show now.